Hi guys, okay, so it's me again. Today I thought I'd do a quick video, show you how to make this card. Just making sure it's all in shot for you. Okay, so today the tools I'll be using, piece of card cut to 14 centimetres by 20 centimetres. I've done a line across just above the centre, around 11 centimetres up, leaves around 9 centimetres at the bottom. Okay, the inks I'll be using, Faded Jeans, Shaded Lilac, Tattered Rose, Abandoned Coral, Candied Apple. And for the hills I use Villainous Potion, all oxides. Okay, just put these back in order. I've got two pieces of paper, they're both cut identical, okay, for the hills, because what we're going to do is flip, do it like that so that we can do the reflection underneath. Stamps I'm using today will be Field Florals, Winter Trees, Swings and Things, Water's Edge. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. So the reason I've done this line is the horizon line. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is start with the sky. So I'll get my brush and Faded Jeans. And we'll start working on the sky. Just blend in, makeup brush. Just keep blending. Obviously you can take longer. I mean, I'm restricted a bit for time. So that's the first one. Then we'll come to Shaded Lilac. Just get some scrap. Dab off. Blend that in together. Okay, come back to the blue. I'm not going to put any more ink on. Just blend that in at the top. Okay, next colour, Tattered Rose. Just get my brush, dab off. This is a really pale colour. Okay, so we're right down to the line. I think I might have another colour stuck on this from previous, so it's coming up a little bit dirty looking, sorry guys. just below. Okay, next colour, Abandoned Coral. Dab off, this is quite juicy. What we'll do, we'll go across the line, bring it up a little bit. Keep blending. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the Candied Apple. Blend that in. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Tattered Rose. Start working on the bottom now. Blend that in. Keep going. I mean, obviously, if you want to use your own colours, you know, for the sky and the reflection, that's absolutely fine. This is just to give you guys an idea of how we achieve this. Okay, and I'm going to go to the Shaded Lilac. Just keep going, keep going. I mean, you can use oranges, you know, and reds and yellows, you know, for a different coloured sunset. I mean, the nice thing about sunsets is you can use lots of different colour combinations. It doesn't have to be oranges. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, here, I'm in Birmingham, as you probably know by the lovely accent. And we've had some absolutely stunning skies these winter mornings, when it hasn't been raining, of course. You know, we've had pinks and purples and just absolutely beautiful colouring. And we'll blend the blue. I've got a bit of a smudge there, but not to worry, because we'll be stamping over that anyway. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Just going to go back to the Shaded Lilac, just blend it in. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we're going to do the hilly, kind of mountainy background. So I can just about see the faded line there. Okay, I'm just going to put some scrap for a line of paper along the horizon line. I mean, if you want to tape this paper down, you know, by all means do. I'm just going to get my Villainous Potion. Now this I will be dabbing off because it's quite juicy, this one is. Just sweep the colour across. In between, and this is the top half of your mountain. Or hills, or whatever you want to call it. Get that nice and dark. Okay, so there's your top bit. So now we're going to come to the bottom bit. I'm just lining that up. I'm not going to put any ink on yet. I just want to see how dark this coverage will be. I need some more ink. So dab off, because we don't want the bottom half as dark as the top half. But obviously we still need to cover that red and pinks. Just really to make a shadow. I mean, you could use black, you know, for the hills. Doesn't necessarily have to be this colour. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Okay, so there's your background scene. All done. A good way of blending, little tip. So when you're changing colours, I don't know if you noticed, as I did earlier, I started off with the blue. Then when I added the lilac, I went back to the blue and went over it, and it kind of just blends the colours in. Little tip for you. So you don't get any streaky lines or anything like that. It really helps. Okay. So now we're going to do our stamping. No, we're not. We're going to do the sky, sorry. Okay, so what I've got, I don't know if you guys got these. These are like little chalks. Okay, the little chalk blocks. I've got them online, a cheap set. Loads of different colours, but they are quite nice. I think they're really nice colours. Decent selection, not too expensive. Wendy may have chalk pencils. I have chalk pencils as well. Let me just get them. Okay, so these are the chalk pencils I use. There's loads out there, loads on the market. You know, different sizes. I mean, it would, well, my plan is to build up on these, but as you all know, you know, where do you stop? You can go on forever. So, but these have a pretty decent selection, you know, like your main colours, which is really good. Okay, so the sky. So let's get the paper back in, card back in. Hope you can see that. Yeah, you can. So what I'm going to do is just add some streaks, literally. So we'll start with the white. That's it. I mean, you could use like a Posca pen. Let me try this pencil actually, see if these are any better. I'm on multifarious like card as well, so it's quite thick. Just random scribbles. You can, as I said, you can use, if you've got a Posca pen, you can use that and then rub it before it dries, and it gives like a faded look. So you can kind of do things like that. So I'm going to do some down the bottom as well, because obviously it's a reflection. I mean, that hasn't got to be spot on, it just gives the illusion. Okay, and we'll go to the purples. But you see how it smudges in and just looks like one of those lovely, dreamy kind of sunset skies. Speaking of which, we need to put the sun in as well. Let me just do a few down the bottom. Just highlight these. Just very gently do it. Okay, I've got some yellow here to use in a moment. So I'm just going to put a small sun in. Now, you can do it a couple of ways. I mean, I've done a large sun for that one. So I have this circle stencil. I'm sure that Wendy did some stencils on the Cardio website, I'm almost certain. This stencil's great. It's got just all different size circles. Find it really, really handy. So what I'm going to do is just a small sunset. And I have here some pan pastels. So this is titanium white. Basically, it's the same as a chalk. It's just in a different format, if you like. But they all do the same thing. So I'm going to get about cotton wool bud. And literally blow some off, because it is really, really chalky. And just colour that little circle in. And I'm going to get my yellow chalk pencil. Just go around really, really lightly. Go around the sun. Just draw a line round. You see how it gives that little bit of a smudgy kind of look. Try the chalk. Okay, but obviously you can do that as bright or as dull, you know, as you wish. Okay, so we'll come in with the yellow little chalk block. Yeah, that's another thing you have to be careful of. It gets literally everywhere. Okay, so we're going to do some yellow now in here. Just random scribbles really. I'm also going to get a red. Let's try this one. Oh, this is nice. I've not used this one before, guys, so I'm liking this. Nice and smudgy, isn't it? And that, I mean, it you know, it's such an easy little thing to do, but it gives the effect. You rub it in and it comes out lovely. It gives that like lovely smudgy kind of effect. I'm going to add some to the bottom. really lightly, because obviously this is a reflection. Just add as and where you see fit. Some purple maybe. And some yellows. Okay. So that's the sun and the reflection done. So now what I need to do, let me try with the pencil. So I'm going to get my pencil, and in line with the sun I'm going to do the reflection. So just scribble left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Rub. Keep going over it until you've got the desired shading, and just get narrower as you go down. We'll try this brighter yellow as well. Oh, that's a little bit brighter, isn't it, actually? Okay, so I'm happy with that. Then I'm going to get a white Posca pen. Okay, Posca. You can buy these on the internet. I'll show you the nib, because I think I've told you guys this before. This is quite a thin nib, so it's a finer nib. I ordered a small version of this, and it was so good. I thought it's great, you know, for highlighting edges and stuff like that. Anyway, I ordered some more. I thought I'll get a pack of 3, because obviously I do a lot of white work, bits and bobs on my work. Yeah, and when they turned up, I'll show you. They come in that size. This was my original, which had that nib in. So when they arrived, they were the larger one. But this nib, there you go, sorry. This nib's quite thick, which, I mean, they're still good. So I'll simply swap nibs. A lot easier. Right, okay, so we're going to highlight the water now. Bear with. Shake up the pen. So you might have to do this a few times, as you can see. Doesn't like to work on the chalk. But you get the idea. Kind of scribble a line all the way down. It just gives the illusion. I'm dipping this nib in now at the minute because it's not working great. Or, like I say, you know, if you've got like your own white pens, another good one is the Uniball Signo white pen. They're really good too. But the idea is to basically just get a highlight onto your, what I've done, I've just dipped it. I don't know if you can see my paper there. Can you see? So I've just pumped it a couple of times and I'm just taking, or you could paint it on, you could use acrylic paint, that's another one, brings it up nice and white. You can also do that for your moon, or you could use a Posca pen for your moon. You know, there's loads of different things that you can do. It's what suits you best, what you're comfortable with as well. But as I say, this is just to give you an idea of how it's achieved. Or a gel pen, that's another one. You know, people like to use the white, the white roll, jelly roll, is it? Jelly roll pen. I'll be honest, I've not yet found anything that runs smoothly over ink or chalks with regards to white pens. So there you go. Well, that's just to give you some sort of an idea. That's how we do it. Might just go over the corner of the white chalk just to bring it up a little bit brighter. There you go. It gives you some idea anyway. Obviously you can take more time doing it. And again, as I say, I'm restricted with time really for the video. Right, okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, so we're going to look at the stamping now. So we'll start with the tree from Swings and Things. Just bear with me 1 second. And we have the swing here. Okay. So, I mean, it's totally, up to you guys where you want to place the swing. I mean, I shall do this in black. You can have it there, or you can move this back, which I think I did. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I moved it back actually so that I could have a bit more room. Okay, so I'm just going to get my stamping platform. Let me just make sure you're in shot. Bear with me. I knew there was one missing. There we go. Right, line it up. Put it about there, I think. Okay, so I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. Just pop it underneath. So I'm going to wet my mat. Okay, and we'll ink up in the Nocturne. Okay, let me just show you that. VersaFine Clair, brilliant ink. Wendy does sell these, I'm sure, on the website as well. Oh, this bracelet, sorry guys. Okay. So this actual piece, I watched a tutorial on another Facebook page, another group, and it took me absolutely ages to do it. However, once I'd done it, I was like absolutely over the moon with it. It wasn't as good, obviously, as the designer, but yeah, I was pretty pleased actually. And once I'd kind of got it in my head, you know, the actual order of the inks, you kind of, if you do a couple, like the second one was like much quicker. So just have a play, you know, if you're frightened of ruining your card, and please remember it's a piece of card, you can throw it away and start again. You know, it's all fun. This is the idea of us, you know, being on the page and all that, and it's just fun. Just enjoy it. You know, if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. It's not important. You can just throw it away, and then we start again. Right, okay. So I'm happy with that. Now I want the swing, I want it a bit lower, if I'm honest. You know, I'd like you to see the seat of the swing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it there, and then I'll just draw the rest up to the actual tree branch. So get that on there. Let's move these a bit closer. Okay. Inking up again with the Nocturne. Bring it over and press. I don't know how Wendy gets such fabulous prints. She, you know, and she does the demos. I mean, she's amazing. I just can't. I have to have this stamping platform. My eyes are rubbish, so I'm not one of these that'll be able to. Actually, that's not too bad. I'm quite pleased with that, so I'm happy with that. Okay, right, so that's the swings and things. So I'm just going to grab one of my pens. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. So all I'm going to do is do a line. Up to there. Like I said, my eyesight's rubbish, so probably a bumpy one, however. Just makes it that little bit longer. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Normal, I don't know what this is, hang on. Yeah, normal Stabilo black pen. Right, okay. So we're going to go to our cheeky seals now. So the two that we're using, let me just get the black sheet out. Okay, so we're going to use this one, and we're going to use this one. Okay. So it's just a case of deciding whereabouts you'd like them, you know, on the scene. Maybe there, possibly there, I don't know. Yep. Could move him over actually. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we'll do this one first. Now for this, you're going to need a scrap piece of paper. Because obviously we only really want his head, or a little bit of his head. So let me just ink him up. Got the ink on. Let me turn it around so you can see him. Can you see? Look, I've only inked like his top bit. So this is trial and error. So I'm happy with it there actually.